Alright, guys, I just got finished up with this. I removed the signs because after just realizing, technically, both my elevator company and Tony's is using the smart drive model, so just technically. But yeah, and the reason the simulation here is because I had to use the script from that to use on this one. So, alright, now we already did a video on how to do fire service on both types of elevators. I'm actually going to show you how to do the coding. So right now I have a speaker alarm here, I know, and we'll bring out a regular fire alarm to show you how to do coding on that. So hold on, let me search for it. We use these mini horns. Okay. I think these might be loud actually. These are the horn. Oh, the audio is privated, so I can't use this one. Audio privated. Those are speakers, by the way, so I can't use those. I could use these actually. These are just horns. I need to make sure that the audio is not privated. Yes, it's not privated. So you gotta make sure you also want to put this in the panel. So we go into here. It's peripherals. That one. Now I already got so that alarm there. That's a speaker one. You need to put it in. You need to put that alarm into other signal. Not control. Okay, that did not work. Okay, I need to get the horn back out again. Oh, well, exercise to autosave. I think I just need to copy these. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Now I'll show you how to do coding here. So go here. You see this where it says coder? Go into here and go into coding here. Now it's set to continuous by default, but if you set this to 2, I'll show you what that does. 1 just does code tree. I'm waiting for it to do it. Did it do it? It always has this not responding thing. Okay, here we go. So I'll show you what setting code value to 2 does. I'll show you what that does. Setting it to 0 is continuous. I don't set it to continuous if I have a voice evacuation alarm. I set it to continuous on voice evacuation, but for regulars I don't. So I click menu evac. Oh, I need to wait for it to load. The elevator simulation hasn't even loaded yet. You can see on this outside indicator, which is mirrored to the one inside. Now it just loaded. Okay, let's try this again. You hear that? That one's on March time now, and this one's signing out. So that's how you actually do the coding there. So you simply do the coding from that value, and when you set it to, it's March time. So now we're gonna set it so that this one will actually have a voice. So if you go ahead, it's gonna be in sound file. Evac message 1 is privated, 2 is privated, 3 is privated, 4 is privated, but evac message 5 isn't. So you want to set this evac message to evac message, then set this one here to evac message 5. Now, I will stay with the fast view, which is this. But you also have classic view if you want to choose that. That's actually the exact sound I heard in my college building before. So, I will... Now, there's all clear messages. You gotta leave those in there for the buttons on the panel to work for the voices, so... Of course, gotta wait for a minute. So if I click this now, oh, I gotta wait for the load. I remember, I gotta wait for the load because this is kind of a big map. Oh my god, it's lag. But how I know load is if the elevator simulation is loaded up, which it hasn't yet. Once you see numbers on the indicator, that means the load up is 60 here. So this, my elevator coming here, it has the elevator simulation and as well as the Tony and Big Tony elevator. It's the legacy one. Here. You still got these simulators here. This one doesn't work. I don't know why. It just doesn't work. Okay. So if we silence this, you hear that one go off, and now you hear this one go off. And then you actually hear a voice from this one. Yep, there goes the voice.
An emergency situation has been detected in this building. Proceed
and these are both recorded. That one's bugged. It
do
doesn't
not
record
re-enter the
properly.
building until directed to by the proper authorities.
And it has a big pause. It has a big pause, but that's how a system works. With the evacuation system. I think the reason it has that pause is because it's trying to play another whoop tone, and I don't know if it's playing the whoop tone. Oh, I think it's trying to play a secondary message, but that's the only message that they have there that's not privated. So, because this one here, here, and here are all privated. So, you want to have you're limited to that voice as well. Yeah. And yeah, and so if you want to code it to much time, you got to set this value to 2. If you set it to 1, it's code free. Set it to 0, continuous. So, and then for the sound file, you got to reconfigure it so that the one that actually has a voice will actually play. And if you're asking how it did the other simulation, I'll actually show you how it did it. So I will use this as a model. So if you look here, let's give it that. So we gotta label groups. So the CRP is where the buttons are. So this one stays the same. Buttons. The door stays the same. Indicator stays the same. Panel stays the same. And then indicator you preset segment will work here, but if you want to make it work on the outside one, please note it doesn't work here. You gotta on this one here. I had to put the indicator inside and use the same script from the inside card into here to make it work properly. This one here has an indicator as a part. As well as this one, which this one's not working at all. I have no clue why, but it doesn't work. So, it doesn't work for the first gen, but it works for the second gen, third gen, the smart drive, and even various LA currency, because it works for this one, and it works for this one. So, and yeah, 20 big 20 LA company, and then mine, which doesn't have that background, or try another company, because I want to make it look like it's actually part of the door track. So. Okay. The only difference with this one is that when Tony made this one, he removed the motor from this top part and making it a motor elevator. Machine elevator. This one here, I left the motors as is. I will have to change this on the newest elevator because I didn't realize that tag was there, and yeah. And I never changed the installation date at all. I never changed the installation date. So, on the new ones, I already have the panel marked, so. And, yeah, so this one here is a machine room, number one elevator, machine room list. This one's actually a machine room elevator, so. That's the main difference. Now, these are just elevator displays that have simulations in them. These don't actually function. So, these do not function at all. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to set up coding for regular horn alarms and then set up the voice for the voice evacuation alarm. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.